In Colossians chapter 2, we want to deal with true independence. True independence. There'll be people barbecuing and swimming and doing a lot of things to celebrate what is considered Independence Day. And I'm sure you're not like me. When I was in school, we look forward to 4th of July so that we can go picnic. Yes, that was one of those days that the whole family would go to Belle Isle and have a picnic. And people would be all happy and playing music, but I didn't know anything about Independence Day. It's just the barbecue, that's all that mattered. And when I was in school, I wasn't interested in civics or history. I didn't get interested in any of that until I got out of school. And then I was awakened to what's going on in this world. I didn't even know where I really lived. I didn't know what it meant to live in the United States of America. And a lot of people today don't know what it means. Haven't been anywhere. Don't even have a passport. Haven't even been to Mexico or Canada. And that's from border to border. I understand not leaving the coast, going to Europe or Africa across the Atlantic, or going to Indonesia or somewhere across the Pacific. But some of us haven't left, and we don't really know what it means to live in America, in the United States. And I'm not talking about the Declaration of Independence that came as a result of grievances with Great Britain. That Declaration of Independence didn't do anything but start a war. The Revolutionary War. And the Revolutionary War didn't stop Great Britain from having influence on the United States. Because in 1927, the Great Mississippi Flood that backed up all the rivers all the way to New York and Colorado and caused the economy to go upside down in America. America had to borrow money from Great Britain to stay afloat. And the Declaration of Independence did not express all of the desire of all those that are in the colony states, because not everybody wanted independence from Great Britain. And not everybody wanted to fight. But enough folk wanted to fight and enough money spent. So they could at least put together a constitution that said, like, we're going to operate anyway. But in operation, that didn't last too long, you know, because you had some other things that break out. You had the Civil War that broke out. And it wasn't so much over slavery as it was the economy. Folk didn't care about slaves then, don't care about them now. And the Declaration of the Emancipation Proclamation didn't deal with the situation. That's why they come up with a Juneteenth now, because Texas didn't even get the information on the proclamation, declaration from Abraham Lincoln. They didn't get it till a long time later, and they said, oh, we are free? Well, a couple of years later. And then not all the slaves want to be free.
All right.
Just like they don't want to be free today. These Negroes now are in worse shape than they were on the plantation.
All right, word.
Beating the mamas over the head, taking the mama, buying dope,
That's right.
walking down the street with their pants down their butts.
Yeah.
Boys walking around look like snakes in their head. Women wearing wigs that don't even go with their DNA. It's crazy. Folk not free. Jesus said the person that commits himself or submits himself to whatever they do, they're slaves to whatever they give themselves to. I say, now, wait a minute. There's been wars all the time. There was a war in heaven. I think we know that. Started by a musician.
That's right.
By a preacher.
That's right. Yes, sir.
That's why preachers and musicians are the church's biggest problem today. Preachers that don't know the truth, and the people don't know it as a result.
They don't know it.
Musicians pimping, or they're being pimped by the organizations and prostituting their gifts. And think you owe them something. You stop paying them, they'll stop playing. That war in heaven started by Lucifer, called the cherub that covereth. He was the choir director.
That's right.
God made him in such a way he had the organ on the inside. It was better than a Hammond organ. When the praises went out, the cherub interpret those praises upon the head of God, the express image of God, which was Christ in his glory. But the preacher, Lucifer, you know, he had a dual role, you know. He in heaven was the cherub, and on earth he was Lucifer, the light bearer, the original earth. Before there was an ice age, in case you didn't know. The ice age came about because Lucifer tried to move his headquarters from the original earth to heaven. Say, I'm going to be like the Most High. I'm going to get on the side of the north. I want to be worshipped. I'm tired of interpreting worship on the head of God. And that's why heads are so important. You know, there's a lot going on upstairs in the head. That's why we have to get this under control by the help of others when we have children. Because children want their independence from their parents before they're 1 year old. All you got to do is just put that 1 year old in your arm, should be walking by then, and put your hand on the head of that 1 year old. In less than a minute's time, that hand's going to go for your hand on that head, to pull that hand